Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Guile here, and welcome back to Forge Alliance Forever promotional series. It's another tip-top ladder match this afternoon, and I told you. Did I not tell you? I told you I would be back this week with a second cast, just in the nick of time. I am nothing if not incredibly truthful and incredibly handsome. That is just the way of things, the nature of the so-called beast. Before we roll on with today's action, though, I got a message through from one of our fellow faffers, Althis974, and this is a bit out there, guys. It's a bit unusual, but if you're a Lego fan and a Supcom fan, specifically a UEF fanboy, of which I think there should be many if my promotional work here at FAF has meant anything over the years, he's put together an actual Lego Fatboy construct. I don't know if you know about it, but Lego have a scheme where you can try and they open it up and you can try and get things approved to be turned into official kits. And this, admittedly, it's the longest shots of longest shots. I can't imagine we get around to it. The threshold is absolutely enormous, but you know what? It doesn't hurt, and you guys should at least go and check it out and like sign up to the thing and give this guy a thumbs up vote, because if only for the modesty of the community and all, you know, how we can all feel good about ourselves, it's absolutely amazing. So I will put a link in the description below this video. Please go and check that out. It's absolutely awesome. I will be signing up to that today. So that is the UEF Experimental Mobile Factory Fatboy in Lego. That's literally as cool as it sounds, and I hope you'll agree. Have a look, guys, discuss in the comments and all of that jazz. But anyway, on to today's game. Oh, and incidentally, of course, I should say, I've not got a great track record of remembering to do anything that I say I'm going to do, so if it's not in the description, yeah, you just know what to do. Hurl me abuse until I make it so, and I will make it so. Alright, enough of that. As we said, today's game is going to be a ladder match. I'm ready. You guys are ready. And the players are sure as hell ready. So let's go on over to Open Palms and see how they're going to get on. Ching. Ka-ching. Open Palms, one of the quintessential Supcom maps. One of the original bad boys of the 1v1 scene. Let's take a look at our players up here at the top left. In the blue corner, it's R4asperdan. And he's going UEF, how very sensible. Opening first land, going second air. And his opponent down here at the bottom right in the red corner, it's Hybrid, also going UEF. So it's a UEF mirror matchup. How very, very pertinent on a day where I'm advertising Lego Fatboys, because why not? He is going first land as well. So what shall we do? We'll go to split screens so you guys can examine their clutch openings down here, they're cranny-like openings here on Open Palms, and pretend that you came up with the start. So it looks like we've got dual adjacency bonuses off the two mexes for the two factories there for R4asperdan. We're being kept guessing as to where Hybrid's going for the time being for his second factory, and we haven't got anything queued up yet on the Hydro over there. First units off the conveyor belt for him. He's going all attacky, mech marine and a snoop out for him, trundling up to the northern edges of the map to cause problems for his opponent. So R4asperdan, he looked to go land, 2 P-gens, 4 mexes, then 3 more P-gens, I'm assuming I've got this right, and then on towards the air factory. Didn't really catch what happened here. We've got 1 PG and 1 land factory. This is just top-notch stuff as usual at Guilecast, guys. Yeah, 1 land factory, 4 mass extractors, and 1 P-gen. You imagine it went boom, P-gen, and then something like that on the 4. Dual adjacency bonuses there for both the mass extractor and the land factory running off that P-gen. And Hybrid rolls out with his comm. He's going to throw down his number 2 and number 3 factory adjacent to the Hydro. Number 2 happens to be the air factory, and it's not too far off the timing of R4asperdan's air factory. Actually, not much going on there in terms of advantage. They threw 1 P-gen down first and then moved on to the other. That cheeky little attack squad will be hunting engineers soon enough, I'm sure. Naughty little... oh, God, I have to forget his name. Of my own video. What was his name? My own Patreon video. Can't even remember. Someone write it in the comment section below. Shocking. Still nothing. I got nothing. But there he is. Cheeky little mech marine lying in wait for some unsuspecting engineer to befoul his path. Loads and loads of T1 land factories now being queued up for R4asperdan. It's a particularly pleasant name to say. Combination of Rasputin and, well, Dan. Rasputin, not the most eloquent of people, but my cousin's named Daniel, so it evens out pretty much in the end. He's a nice chap. And alas, no cheeky engineer kills for you, Mr. Mech Marine. You have been spotted and found wanting as a striker tries to chase you down. T1 Bomber will get the pick off, though, long before he manages to complete that first of the two mechs he was going for. Alas, not much use there. Could bring that bomber in to try and save the Mech Marine, but no, we're going on to more important things like a whole bunch of grouped up engineers in the base over here. Assuming that's where he's going. We've also got T1 Bomber heading down that way. How did we do? One engineer cooked to a crisp next to the hydro over there. We're going to get a third bomb away. Yes, we are. Lots of engineers tightly packed. Oh, two more bite the dust. The interceptor will surely pick that off before any more damage is inflicted. And yes, it does. And I didn't see really any progress made with that bomber from R4asperdan. They have got a wreck over here. That might have been the bomber. Didn't look like it got too much work done. Bit of 2v1 action. Gets some kills for R4asperdan. Down goes the engineer. That's going to slow up expansion to this corner for Hybrid. Plateau, for the time being at least, in the hands of R4asperdan. All could change. Very flexible at just under 5 minutes into this game. So both of these guys have picked opposite sides of the map, which is always nice to move their comm out to. No early ACU on ACU action. Always generally means we're more likely to get a more drawn out encounter. One very badly damaged striker left to his own devices to tickle away at two unguarded mechs down at the bottom corner, inflicting slightly more damage than the whopping 2 DPS being spat out here by this snoop. Weirdest thing, someone popped up on the comment section of one of my videos the other day from my old Eve days. Said, are you the guile from Sattergas and the Bleaklands from Chaos Incarnate? And I said, yes, that's me. He says, I'm the crazy Swede who you used to hang out with. Well, I did hear you. It's Ed, isn't it? I did hear you, Ed. Pretty sure. Hope you're doing well if you're watching. Always weird when old gaming encounters come full circle. Bump into one another again. Oh, monstrous encounter there for Hybrid. 3v about 12. Went exactly as you would have expected. Quite a lot of blue activity on the map. Hybrid's comm advancing very deep into enemy territory. Whole lot of tanks right over there belonging to R4asperdan, and we don't yet have overcharge. Quite enough to threaten him. Spy planes, or scout plane, sorry, will illuminate that. No persistent intel on that side of things for Hybrid up and running so far. Plenty of time to go. Another air factory on the way for Hybrid. Let's do a quick factory count because, well, why not? Where are we up to? 8 land factories there for hybrid. R4asperdan sees a whopping 10 so far. And there's still that Snoop. Managed to kill the engineer. And is just sitting there, just blapping away at that land factory. It's already disintegrating. It was never finished. R4asperdan charging forward, might pick up a hydro kill. Doesn't want to have all of his tanks surrounding it when that thing goes up, though. That will tear through them. Or not. They've taken the volatility down on hydros. I'm sure that thing used to go up with a bit more gusto than that. Maybe I imagined it. Transports flying past in the background there. A lot of interceptors, but look at this. R4asperdan's taken a bit of a battering, advancing on the left flank of Hybrid's base. He's down to 7,700 HP. He's taken out one mech, the other one badly damaged, 180 hit points left there, but plasma cannon fully operational, undamaged, and R4asperdan short of any Lobos to take that out easily. And we've had drops to the top sections, the top plateau at the corners of the map for R4asperdan, shortly to be under blue control, with the exception of this forward position here. R4asperdan is getting the better of Hybrid at the moment on map control and on eco. 59, it's just spiked to 64, could be reclaim related. I think it's 59 to 43, it seems to be where we're at for the time being. Neither player with access to overcharge yet. Need to tinker away and get some energy storage online. Pretty invaluable, especially when you've got your commanders in such hostile territory as these two players have right now. Those units surround your comm, not paying attention. It is good night, sweetheart. Lovely little bombing run from Hybrid. Just harassing the small platoons of strikers from R4asperdan as they toddle around the map looking for some entry point. It's actually a pretty significant group of spam over at the west. If it wasn't for R4asperdan's comm, that would be an easy win on that left flank. R4asperdan doesn't like the look of this little base, so he charges in head first, takes out the PD, takes out the engineer just before it completes that second PD. And I think either way, he would have had the measure of that. So many strikers here. That base is down and out. 44 to 63 in favor of R4asperdan now on mass income. Kill loss ratio, you can see up in the top corner there, 1.07 to 9.95 in favor of Hybrid. And that's indicative of what we've seen. Slightly more blue coming south than red going the other way. Down goes a radar. Nice little pickup for Hybrid. Still got coverage over here from this radar, but this is now somewhat blinded. Apologies if you can hear screaming in the background, but it's a Sunday, families all here, and I don't know, I tried cutting the price, but no one wants to buy them. Something about my marketing technique, I think. Hydro back online over in the east. Oh, I just want that bomber to hit that radar over there. Second one will come in and do the job for him. Such a little thing, but has such huge implications. All of that now in the dark. We have got some coverage up here. We've got one more radar up on the corner. For the time being, middle plateau hybrid holding, although we are getting Lobo shelves being lobbed up there from that little causeway entry point. R4asperdan now advancing on that small tank column, quite perfectly positioned to take full advantage of the formation, but really it's a moot point either way. Far too many blue tanks storming in to take that. Over in the west, we're starting to see some tech now on the field. Both of these guys moving up to T2 around about the same time. A couple of pillars apiece, it would see. R4asperdan over here still recovering from early engagement. 12 kills on the comm and about 8,700 hit points in play on board. Lobos cream that pillar, and that is a solid win on the ground there for hybrid. 13.5 minutes gone, and now hybrid getting in the mix over here. Do we have overcharge? No, we still don't. So these guys not deeming it necessary as yet. Maybe it's just that I'm a massive coward, but I feel like I require that ability, or I'm just gonna get picked off early game. T2 tanks remaining. Solid work from the skies. Might as well pull those back. They're outranged, outgunned, just sacrificing units unnecessarily. Those bombers seem to be doing the work just fine. Nice little bit of aerial harassment over here. It's been a bit of a feature. Hybrid getting work done all over the map with the T1 bombers. I'm surprised we've not seen a slight increase or slight push to more interceptor production from R4asperdan to counter it. Let's do a quick T2 check. R4asperdan now almost 20 mass ahead. 22 pillars on the field for him. 18 for hybrid, so not a huge amount in it. Excuse me. Oh, engineers dying almost unnecessarily, but still the majority of them saved, essentially. But look at this overall. So including reclaim, total mass accrued 55k for R4asperdan up against 49k, or 56 to 49. That's pretty large. 7k differential, 15 minutes in. When you're only talking about 50 to 57k, that's quite significant. And if that is reclaim related, that's one thing, but it's not looking like it right now. 133 mass to 95. That gap seems to be going up all the time in favor of R4asperdan, and this could go well for him as well. More reinforcements coming in directly from the north. Hybrid's going to back up towards that T1 PD. Say relatively even losses there, but straight across the middle, hybrid counter surges and is threatening the main base of R4asperdan now. And taking out a T2 mechs, that'll help. Even things up a bit, and that's a terrible place to to land your planes. My voice said it all. Terrible. Not exactly sure what happened there. Aged about 40 years. Attack missiles coming out from over here. Cheeky little battery gone up. Heading on over to the base where the comm is located, but it doesn't look like it's going after the comm. That's sailing in instead overhead on towards the T2 mexes. This ought to even things up just a smidge. Back up over here. Pillars should be moved in or moved out. Commit or go home. I probably might have gone home because of the shield and everything else kicking off over there. Don't think you're going to get much done. 2 T2 mexes down and a third one about to join it. T2 upgrade on the way for R4asperdan's comm. Must be reclaimed. He's actually climbing while losing T2 mexes. Currently 151 to 109. Either that or he's just miraculously upgraded a whole bunch all at the same time, which he must have done. There is one T2 mex remaining in that bunch of 4, but he's just lost 2. Or sorry, 3 in very quick succession. Very heavy push over here. And the west, 5 more pillars show up to reinforce. Where's R4asperdan's comm? He's on the move. He was backing out. Now he's thinking, maybe not. I've got shield gens coming in. Still no overcharge, though. Earth is going on. This is where I find out that actually in a recent patch, they changed it back again. You don't need energy storage to overcharge. But then I haven't seen any overcharges go out so far, and I'm sure I would have if that were the case. Hybrid working on his intel structures over there, and that forward position for R4asperdan is down and out. He's only 11% done on that upgrade. Looking like more of a run by on the cards than any type of commitment on the comm. Happy to sail past that and try and put some distance, although of course that's not going to work between the opposing tank divisions. And that's the end of that little push. Still got some work done. Firebase or manufacturing facilities down and out. Did threaten those mexes over there as well, but didn't manage to take them out. Now R4asperdan just had to cancel his T2 because his defending army was dragged so deep in his own territory, and the next group of pillars that came in were on him like flies on poo. Shield gens, the power shields come in to cover, but then probably have power issues, so they blink off. T1 bombers brought in to try and engage, but they are caught out by the defending interceptors nice and quickly. R4asperdan took a bit of a hammering down to around about 50% of his health, but looking pretty good for now. Now, are there enough reinforcements following up that attack from Hybrid to hold the field from the inevitable counter push? There are Percivals in the mix, so that's what R4asperdan's been doing. We've got 3 of them out here on the field, and that will not hold. He needs some of his very own, and he does have tech. So again, these guys very much matching each other step for step on upgrades. Another successful push by Hybrid over here in the east from these pillar platoons. Pillar platoons. See what I did there? I did a bit of alliteration and messed it up. And look at that. That almost evens us up right there. One more T2 mechs to go down. Let's head back to the other front. Hydro down. And in fact, Hybrid takes the lead 111 to 111, then it's leveled once again. Suddenly, this is a closer match. Still 7k differential even after all of this time. This could be tricky though. Those Percivals are potentially game-changing. He's got interceptor coverage, defending against those bombers, and he's got the other Skyboxer in the mix as well. Is he going to push on the main base? Come on, where are these T3s? There's one completed right now. Cheeky little Viper crew with their own Parashield and Skyboxer to defend. Lobbing some missiles at that shielded position covering Hybrid's comm. 2 minutes gone. 4 bombers into attack. Once again, blasted out of the sky by that mobile flak. Again, you just feel the flexibility of R4asperdan slowly containing Hybrid and ever decreasing plot of land. Finally, energy storage up and running, so R4asperdan will be able to overcharge to his, say, heart's content. He's only putting out 2.2k power, so he's actually power locked as we speak, so no doubt we'll be trying to rectify that back at base. But meanwhile, at the front of Hybrid's base, this is a pretty big engagement kicking off. This could be definitive. Just enough T2 for Hybrid to hold him off. At least temporarily. The Percivals are still backtracking. We've got 2 more Percivals back here ready to form the next line of defense should R4asperdan break through once again. But we've got a new group of T3 trouble from R4asperdan north of the plateau, heading east to Hybrid's position over here. He's going for a quick gun upgrade, and my word, that is quick. That is flying up. Zephamp on the way and due to complete imminently. Looks like this position, though, will be going down. An enormous Alpha strike that Percy's carry. Just a thing of beauty, and Hybrid probably wants to think about heading out. He does have access to overcharge, and there it is. Whoa, did he just absorb that? Since when did an overcharge not kill a Percy in one shot? Is that new? Did they nerf overcharge? My. It's interesting. Answers in the comment section below or on a postcard if you have some input on that one. See, isn't this nice? Somebody who doesn't bother to check up on things or, you know, read up on stuff, basically doesn't know anything more than your average Joe, because it's like you're experiencing it with me. I think that's what really makes this channel different from all the others, is the extreme lack of preparation. You see Percival's lurking in the background. Actually, there's no lurking about it. They are sprinting as fast as a giant metal bot can sprint, trying to get over here and plug this leak that's emerged over in the western flank. Send them in, take those out. Send them in, use the range. Try and save some of those mexes. It's a bit too little too late though, but look at this! We've got major breakthrough on the eastern flank and over the center. Hybrid has just collapsed back to his base. Started a shield upgrade and thought, oh no, maybe not. Moving back into the middle of his base now. He's got some shield coverage up front. He does have Percival's in position. Hybrid probably wanting to get under that shield with his comm, get some overcharges in there, does manage to snag one there, should be able to hold this off for now. Takes a lot of personal shots though on the comm. It doesn't take very many of those to go and throw a game away. He's down to around 33% of his base health, and the blue Percys keep on marching. How much damage can they impose before they're finally forced out or killed off? Hybrid gets a rank in veterancy at a pretty clutch time right there, back up to 6,600 hit points, and gets a cheeky little broadsword right when the last Percy's more or less run out, and in time to just get shot a bunch of times by some blue inties. There come his own interceptors, of which he's got a fair few. He's been hiding those off at the bottom of the map. 79 T1 interceptors. It's almost like he had them on repeat build and forgot about them. Why am I on for R4asperdan? I don't think he's got that many. Oh, he has. He's got exactly the same amount. These guys have been matching each other step for step on aerial production. Nice bit of micro from Hybrid. Keeps those three Percys looking pretty clean and fresh. Drop that back to the shield and try and weather yet another impending attack. We've got another group coming in around the plateau around here. Now, out comes the broadsword once again. You see if he could actually get... He's got two of them now. If he could get some room to maneuver with these and get some playtime without that horde of interceptors killing them off or forcing them out, really cause problems for these Percys. They're all undefended from a ground to air based position, but look at that, one pass and that's down and out. Broadsword lands, but it won't save him. Well, it might do. Underneath the shield gen, takes a bunch of hits down to 100 hit points, and then the shield blinks back on. Excuse me. And then in comes Hybrid's horde of interceptors, and that goes really well for Hybrid. Temporary air dominance handed his way. He could actually get that really badly damaged broadsword back out into the fight and lay some fire down here. Try and provoke another reaction from R4asperdan so he can finish those off. Lost the T3 factory there. That's a bit of a shame for him. He needs all of the production power he's got because he's actually ahead. That must be a power lock, surely. It is. It's a massive power lock. R4asperdan not showing his full colours there. Cross map tac missile going straight after that T3 PGen. We've just seen the power troubles he's been having. Can't afford to lose that. That was probably from producing that very fusion reactor that was giving him the power lock in the first place. Indeed it was. He's pretty comfortable other than that, but tell me you've got more tac missiles in there. You've got a fully loaded silo, my friend. Fires the missiles. There's a early noughties Flash cartoon reference for those of you that haven't got it. Go check that out. Some of you will be sitting out there thinking, I recognise that. That is that's some old memeage, but since before memes were memes. R4asperdan going for a T3 upgrade on his commander. All Percival's moving out from the base all the time. Scout plane over the top. That's really annoying me. He's not firing more missiles at here. It's all undefended. Picking that off. I can hear another one launching, so he's surely cottoned on. It looks like it's heading in the same direction. We have got a buzzkill over here, and it did fire off one round, but it wasn't enough to shoot the missile down on its way through. The last one that hit that fusion reactor. Engineers starting work on another one. That's probably not going to happen as the missile comes sailing in. Now what's that doing to his power? It's not good, my friend, at minus 5,000 net. Right, well, he's on an upgrade. Oh, where did that go? I heard the strap bomb come overhead. I heard the bomb go off. but it didn't hit the comm. I don't know what it was after. He's cancelled the T3 upgrade. He's on the move. In comes the bomber once again. It's kill a bunch of engineers. It does hit R4asperdan. He's down to 7,600. Harassing Percival's over here. He's going to lose that strap. Bring your interceptors in. Doesn't want to get them over the top of those skyboxes, though. That's why he's hanging back. Over here. Lovely bit of strap bomber work from Hybrid, changing it up. R4asperdan still having problems. Oh my goodness! What was that? 2 or 3 T2P gens down and out, and now he is completely power broke, and it nearly picked him off there and then. 4,100 hit points on the comm. He's just about in the yellow, but only just. More strap bombers heading north all the time. 31 minutes gone. This is beautiful airplay from Hybrid. Another bomb away. Oh, 1,500 hit points. If only he had another one, that would have been it. We've got T1 bombers coming in en masse. They're going to get eviscerated, annihilated by this column of skyboxers. No bombs away there. In come the ASFs, now determined to hold on to air control directly above R4asperdan's base. They can finish this guy off. He wants to do it from the air. Needs to be careful not to miss out, though, on potentially capitalizing on this door that he's opened up. Needs to pick up some of these redundant mexes because he's still behind. 139 to 103 en masse. You know how this game can turn. You've done good work in the air, but make it count. And look at this. Is that down to a lack of intel? No, that was just good formation. Might have been a combination of the fact that he hasn't got the power to sustain the intel. So those engages going well for Hybrid. R4asperdan still looking very peaky. Another strat in over the top. He wants to try and keep that power grid on its knees. ASF's locked onto him, though. Where's his assistance? There are other ASFs in the area. He's got that tail gun on board. He's bought him enough time to get another bomb away. There goes. There goes the shield gen covering the T2s. Percival's up through the middle. This has got to be painful for R4asperdan. He's been in such a strong position throughout. In comes another strat. Oh, shield down. Boom, baby! Wow. Just wow. What a game indeed. What a comeback from Hybrid. That was air power all the way. It not only did it end up killing the comm, it just forced his base into submission, and it allowed him to gain the advantage on the ground as well. Even if he hadn't managed to finish off there, he never would have repelled the incoming Percy's coming in towards the center. That was game, set, and match. Very well played by both players. Awesome game. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you agree, guys. As always, more to come from me in the future. Don't forget, check out that Lego build. I'm going to be putting it in the description for the video, and I'll put a little thing about it on Facebook as well. Just because we got to support our FAF creators in whatever type of field they work in. It's all awesome stuff. But until next time, guys, stay well and stay safe. This is Guile, signing out.